vendetta and was out to just slice people. I don't think it had anything to do with individually me or anything like that.
Amisha, you're a gold medalist in economics, you've been in movies for a while now. Any regrets about having given up economics and chosen this line?
Oh, there are times when you feel that, oh God, I should have been in another profession, and you're disheartened, but I love where I am. I love the affection and adulation of people that you get. You manage to enter the homes and hearts of people that you would not meet ordinarily in another job. You get so much love and affection, and everyone feels one with you, and you manage to, through your field of entertainment, you manage to make them cry and laugh, and I think that's a really fantastic gift, and I would not trade it for the world.
But I have met a lot of actresses in my time, and plenty of them are intelligent. You're one of the most intelligent I've met. So, do you like this dumbing down of work?
It is. That's the sad part, when they say an actress, you're very stereotyped. You're supposed to be this made-up doll with absolutely no opinion, no worldview, no social and political outlook, not supposed to want to read the newspaper or even have been well-read or being educated. Like, I get comments like, oh, you're actually so educated, you're, from America and a gold medalist, and why are you here? And there's also a little bit of intimidation by colleagues and all, because I'm someone who'd rather sit with a book in the corner of my makeup van or on the set rather than indulge in gossip and running people down. So people read that as arrogance. It's not arrogance, it's just wanting to be abreast with what's going on and having some other conversation than just, film talk.
Tell me, Amisha, we all look back at times and then we regret certain things and we're happy about certain things. Any relationship or friendship of yours that you've regretted?
I think that I've learned from each one of them, and I'm human, and I'm sure according to a lot of people I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm sure according to me there are some mistakes in decisions or anything. You make a mistake every day, but I think the important part is learning from that mistake, and I've learned from every one of mine. But as far as my relationships and friendships with people are concerned, I haven't regretted a day of anything.
Amisha, you got into great shape, recently, and you're looking really, really hot, if I may say so. But you came back with an item song with Lazy Lamhe, right? Why not a full-fledged, like really hot role?
Well, I guess I was testing the waters. It was a role that I did which could have completely backfired. It was a dumb bimbette whose only interest in life is to be fashionable. Whether she's giving out a newspaper article or whether it is a kid's room, everything has to be fashion coordinated, color coordinated. I could have fallen flat on my face doing something like that. And I had to also go through a new avatar. I had to present it. I was this Gadar girl, that you take home to meet your parents, a sweet sari clad, salwar kameez clad girl. And my audiences liked me like that. I had to do this to see whether I fitted in and whether I would be accepted. So I think that I myself was scared, to completely take on a full-fledged role, which I am not now anymore because of the way I was accepted through Thoda Pyar, and it actually worked wonders for me.
But tell me, you've never really changed, like you said, over the years, your look or your personality, your nature. Are you willing to experiment now?
Of course, like when I came into the industry, I think the industry was still in the stage of going through a transition. You had specific roles. There was a hero, a heroine, a villain, a comedian. They were very well defined. Now you see them interchanged. The actors are willing to take on more character roles. Character artists are, almost main leads in films. You have the hero and heroine playing the anti-hero and heroine. So there is definitely this, the walls have been broken down. Cinema is also trying to go more international with the awareness of international cinema, more with the audiences. So I think we have to change with the times.
And of course, Hollywood is the buzzword, so any views on that?
Well, a couple of years ago there was a film with Jonathan Rhys-Meyer, but it didn't go through for certain reasons. But I'm very happy in Bollywood. I'd rather be first grade and first class citizen in Bollywood than be second grade in Hollywood. I mean, what is the point of making a hoo-ha about a blink and miss role just because I don't think white skin is superior to our brown skin, and I love our people too much to give that up. I mean, this is where we've gotten our recognition, our fame, our name, our love, and everybody who we are. So I wouldn't, feel that Bollywood is in any way inferior, that I need to chase something. If it happens, well and good, but I'm very happy being part of Bollywood.
But tell me, you finally you found true love and it's blooming, God bless, with Kanak. Tell me, how did you meet him? How did it happen?
Well, Kanav is basically from London. He's a hotelier from London and shuttles between Delhi and London because his parents have base in Delhi as well as in London. So on one of his business trips, I met him, and through a common friend. But we were just introduced and had a cup of coffee and nothing. I mean, we just like each other. Pleasant people that you've met. You meet someone nice, and very rarely, of course, they stick in your head. But we did. And then about 7-8 months later again, we bumped into each other again when I went into Delhi, and he was there for a wedding. And that was it. We exchanged telephone numbers, and that's it. And we realized that there was a hell of a lot of chemistry here, and we've never looked back.
Intensity?
In every way. I mean, physically, emotionally, personally, there was a lot of intensity at every level, and I think that you just know when you've found it, and that's a lovely feeling. Touch wood, I don't want to take
God bless. But who's more romantic between the two of you, and who's more intense?
I think we both are. Surprisingly, for a guy, he is actually very romantic and very caring, and realizes little things and does the little things that make all the difference. And he also knows me in and out, and he will go to any extent to make sure that I'm happy. And that doesn't just mean by great holidays or great gifts. All that is actually easier to do.
Yeah.
It's the little things that matter, that you have, the depth to understand and give to that person. So he is, I think between the both of us, I'd say we're photo finish. We're both equally good for each other.
Wow, that's cool. So does that mean marriage is on the cards?
Yes, eventually.
Congratulations, and God bless. I hope that works well for you.
Thank you.
As a couple, you and Kanav have become extremely friendly of late with Sanjay Dutt and Manyata. You guys go out, hang out, exchange gifts and all. I mean, how did that happen?
Actually, we've become like family more than even friends. I don't know, I was shooting in South Africa, and that's when I met Manyata for the first time, because she came with Sanju, accompanied him for the shoot. And Kanav was on his way to London, and he had a meeting in Dubai, and so he said, okay, I'll just come for about 3-4 days and meet with you, because we have to find our little time with a long distance relationship. So he met with them, and everyone hit it off instantly. Of course, I always loved Sanju. He's a great guy. I mean, anyone will vouch for that. And I'd worked with him before, and he's also seen me. The families are known to each other. My grandfather being, a politician and everything, was extremely close to that Sabtu Sunil Dutt and everything. So I've grown up knowing Sanju's dad and mom, and had the pleasure of, whatever, as a child, meeting them. But so Sanju has been a colleague for a while, and so I got along with him extremely well, and I met Manyata, and she was extremely warm. She's extremely sensitive and caring towards his needs, and she was really nurturing, and this was a different side of Sanju I had seen. I had never seen him in such a stable, such a serious relationship in my career, and which was very refreshing for me, Little things, like I say, make all the difference, and I was noticing that in Sanju, and it was great, so I guess we all just hit it off.
Amisha, off late, suddenly, you have a new avatar. A lot of these sexy pictures of yours, you're looking really hot,
No, it isn't actually, I think initially I was scared, and so I could never attempt those pictures, because I feel the camera is really smart. It catches everything, and if you look inhibited, it will show. So it's better not to do what you're not comfortable. But suddenly I'm very comfortable, I mean, and the confidence of people, like everyone would keep telling me, Amisha, you're crazy, because your face is so innocent that you can never come across vulgar. I was always scared of that, going across that fine line where sexy and sensual could become vulgar. So, of course, that I'm careful about. And I guess, Kanav also makes me feel very beautiful. So when I'm in front of the camera, I feel like there's nothing, wrong that I need to hide. And I'm confident. And I think that confidence comes across, that confidence, transcends as sexiness. It's not an attempt to, like, I have to pout, or that kind of sexy is not me. It can never be me. It would look all wrong.
And what's next for Misha Patel?
Well, there's a fun film with Sanju called Chatur Singh 2.